Thank you very much, Shunya. It's wonderful to have this opportunity to be here and to share in this beautiful energy.
Thank you.
I'm very intrigued, you could say attracted to the moth analogy. And I've often watched moths do exactly that. And I've wondered, I thought, well, what a stupid creature, you know. It clearly knows, it circles round and round, it's getting closer and closer and closer, and it's almost like you can see the wings getting singed, you know. Yeah. And the next minute it just dives straight in there. And I guess I'm trying to formulate the question, but it feels like that I've been that moth. I guess that's what I'm coming to, and I feel that I've been that moth and I've been flying around.
Yes.
And then what does it take to actually get to that point where, yes, I'm thinking it's a stupid thing to do, because it seems like completely suicidal, which I guess is what the ego feels, you know, to actually get to that point and just jump straight into that flame. But that's, what is it that goes through that moth's mind? It says, it's okay, it's enough, I've done enough of this moth thing, and it's time to be absorbed. And I love the fact that the way you described it was actually just being absorbed and becoming that light, you know. And maybe the moth is actually more intelligent than me in that moment.
So, first of all, I agree with you that it's stupid to circle around the flame, and even more stupid to get your wings singed, but not to go totally into the flame and die into it, right? Yes. But we have to learn that the hard way. I mean, most of the questions asked tonight were about those getting singed by their very process of practicing meditation and growing spiritually. It brings up the nigredo that then makes one feel burned by unbearable knowledge of how stupid one's own ego is, right? That's what is unbearable, right? And how unreal it is that, and yet one has been clutching it as if it were real and as if its world were real. So it's when you realize the world isn't real, it is a dream. That's when you realize, well, the flame, that's the power that is actually dreaming this. And all the ego is the wick. And it's not actually that you die into the flame, but the flame lights the wick, and then you are that, right? And so it's a surrender to the flame that lights you, and you become that. But that's all you ever were this candle wick that is meant to be lit. But you have to agree to be lit, right? And if you don't let the wick be lit, and you are wicked, but you are in the dark of your own ignorance of your true nature. And so we are to be the carriers of the flame. And that flame, literally, it is in chakra 7, it's the crown chakra. And it lights up chakra 6, and then all the chakras of the body get lit up and turned into that fire of divine love. And that flame then becomes the aura around the body. It becomes what emanates into the world. It creates a new level of energy and vibration that actually changes what happens in your dream field. And it produces miraculous, synchronicitous events, right, that will support the flame's service of lighting other wicks so that all the lights are lit, right? And that's what most of our religious holidays are about. They are holidays of festivals of light, if we really analyze them. That's the core symbol. And so you are that light. All of the symbols of the world are about you. And so the moment that you realize you are the light and stop trying to be the moth to find the light, because you'll never even find the light to dive into until you realize, no, you are. The light is going to fill you, but you are that light, right? And that light of the infinite consciousness is never separate from the finite being. It's only separate from your awareness. And it's the awareness that suddenly gets lit up. And that awareness, when it's lit up, it ends all of the desires of the ego and all of its fears, because its fear and its desire were all about finding that light and losing the darkness, right? And fearing the dark. And all of that disappears instantly. And so a time will come when you will realize that light is essential. There's nothing to live for but that, and then to keep the light lit. And as soon as you realize that, the surrender that brings the grace of being lit up in the heart as well as the mind, the entire beingness lit up, will be your natural state. And there'll be no one having to do anything. The moth will be gone. Only the flame is left, and there never was anything but the flame.
So the moth will become a myth.
A myth, yes.
Myth.
Yeah, very good.
No, that's beautiful. So it's like I need to stop identifying as this moth flying around and realize I am actually the flame.
The flame is within you.
Yes, it's
right?
within me.
The
yes.
moth is the mind, but the flame is the heart.
Yes.
And when you dive into that, then you are crowned with light, and then that light flows like a river of light. And you realize the whole world is just the ocean of light. And it's all beautiful.
Wow, that's beautiful. May it be so.
It is so, and
is
I
so.
thank you for being willing to realize this most priceless of all truths and then to share it with everyone.
Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste.